Okay, hi everybody, welcome back and a happy new year to you. This is our first voice recording for the year, although we'll be having other recordings, but they have not been posted yet. We'll just probably do a voiceover with them. I'll speed arts, but I'll do a voiceover with them too to be able to explain. But I've been recording for the since the year began, and probably I will start posting those ones from now on. But welcome to the first video for the year and happy new year. I hope you had a wonderful season, the Christmas and New Year season. Welcome to the new year. We're going to be doing a lot of things, and I will keep you guys updated as much as possible throughout the year. So I just want to show you, I resumed creating designs every single day, and I've been recording every single day, but most of them do not have voices because I've not resumed doing work, and work is actually the place I do my recordings. So at home, I'm kind of a little bit occupied, or I don't have the space to most times do recordings. I guess you guys understand what I mean. So without wasting or speaking too much grammar, let's go straight into today's design. So as usual, or as normal, we do not have any maybe an inspiration or anything that we have already designed before. I'm trying to show you the process of how I designed this. I'm just going to you're going to see how my thought process is, the steps that I do take, even when I have no clue of what the end product might look like. But I do have like a sketchy look like of it. Let me just draw using my pencil tool. In this case, I think it's visible. Okay, sorry. Turn on my stroke. Let me make it 10 so it's much thick. So I could just show you. So it draws like this. I just wanted to create a box like so. I want it to be 4 instead. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then have different shapes. Then we'll have like a little bit of distortion here, distortion for each boxes. So we'll just duplicate it and change the color. So I'll be using mainly two colors for the brand. We'll be using this. I'll be using this for the boxes or for the distortions in this case. So good, let's get started. So first of all, the first thing we have to do first is create a background. It's like it's the base, just the base color. It doesn't have to be the background itself, but just have the base color, something that you can actually fall back on or basically close in case you're exporting in PNG. You do not have things that are bleeding out of it, so, or you're having transparencies like that. So we are going to stick with this color, ensure that that's the color we are using. And you can also use your own color if you follow along. Then now we could decide to lock this. So the lock is Control 2. That's to lock it. Then now I want it to be even, so I could draw another shape on it, or I would have duplicated that one, but any method is still better. I could say if it's divided by 4, I want the height to be divided by 4 while the width like this be divided by 3. So in this case, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go the height, I'm going to divide it by 4. So I have that. I can go to the width and I will divide it by 3. So I have this shape. So I could bring the shape. Let's change the color to this. I'll bring the shape and I'll put it at the far corner here. I could decide to duplicate this, not decide. I think that's what I have, the idea I have in my head. Duplicate this. So I could change this color to this, and then we'll work our way through it. So we could also do the same by duplicating it, but for now let's just leave it. Let's work on one and see how it looks like. So I have this. I will want to duplicate and put a smaller shape in front of it. So instead of creating a new shape and just putting it there, I could just duplicate this by pressing Ctrl C. I copy Ctrl F to place it in front. Then I could scale it by holding on Shift and Alt. So that's the small shape here. I could change the color to something dark or something bright, but I think bright would be much better. So let's go for this as the dark one and go for the smaller one as the bright one. You could also make it more brighter. You come to fill and you could come to this color mixer here and you could slide it. So I'm using the HSB here in this case. So ensure this is 100. I'm able to adjust it. So I think this is bright enough for me. I could select the two of them, and before we select the two of them, I want to distort this guy at the middle. I didn't want a small one there. I will go to effects. Effects is up here. In case you can't find the effects there, you could also go to effects. I think effects should be here. Effects should not be here. Effects should be here. So effects is here, but you can also find another method for it for effects here. I could come to zigzag first. I just want to apply it. I kind of be heavy, but to apply this zigzag here, I could also decide to add another distortion. So by roughening it, I could let me say make it smooth. I think this is okay, just to your own taste. So now what I need to do is select the two of them, you understand? Then I will come to objects, I'll come to blend, I'll come to make blend. This is the shortcut for it, so next time I might just click on it straight up and I'll have the shortcut. So we begin to have this blend here. You will come to this blend here, blend tool, which is W, also double click on it and you go to specified steps, and we can begin to add our steps in this case. So add my steps there, and I have that mixture, and I think I like it. So I could also delete that one and bring this guy here. You could hold on shift if you wanted to move in a straight line so it doesn't go out, but my hands are kind of occupied. I'm using each of them, and so that case. So I'll also do this for this too. So Ctrl C, Ctrl F, let's copy and paste in front, and you could bring this guy down, bring it down. I could choose the bright one here. We'll select the two of them, we'll press Alt Ctrl B, which creates that shape. So you could also check the specified steps to see if it's enough for you. I think 77 is that much, so you could reduce it to about this case here. So we didn't distort this, we could also go back to distort it. I think we can just make it look a little bit different in this case. And if you want, if you rotate it, you could see it has this like curvy stuff like that. You could also try it in this case to make it move the opposite way, and then maybe, I don't know, maybe you could also maybe make it in a circle or something like that. So those are different methods you could try. So what we're going to do is I'm going to bring this one here, or bring this one here. I think I'll bring this to this space here. Make sure it clicks, and also bring this guy here. So I'm holding on Alt to duplicate it. So I could decide to just make this round like that, and the same thing, just duplicate it for up here. Bring this guy. Hold on your shift to ensure it's moving in a straight line, and we could also do this in this case. Hold on Alt, duplicate, and so you see the calculation we made. It is very equal in sizes. So now I want to bring this here. We'll bring this to the front, and I don't have any particular way, but I think maybe one of them could be in front of it. So let's just go to Photoshop and see how we can probably remove the background for this. We just edit in Photoshop, and it jumps into Photoshop for us to just edit on it. So I'm going to remove backgrounds and then wait for it to move. So if you're using 2022 upwards or above, you should have these functions integrated into your design stuff. So good. So I have this. I will select any of these selection tool and also select and mask. In this case, I wait for your system to process. Depending on how fast the system is, you shouldn't take that much time. So I have a new layer. Ensure that this your output is into a new layer. Most times I do that so that I don't have to be playing with other things. I delete that one because, and I want to add a shadow on it. I think kind of a shadow on it should do. So what I'll do is I will select that. What I'll do is I will add a shadow, a drop shadow on it, but I will not allow the drop shadow to be a part of it. So let me just show what I mean. So I have this. I could increase the size to increase the blur. Okay, this spread, and I think this is good. So I it. So I could come to this one, right click here, and I could say create layer for that effect. So to separate layer and the effect, so the shadow will be different. So all I just need to do is say I could move the shadow if I wanted. But the disadvantage is that you cannot edit the shadow. Okay, I think you can edit the shadow as an effect. That you can also edit the shadow, I think so. But it becomes a layer, a different layer. So in this case, I want to save this as a PSD, that's a Photoshop file instead. So it's like this. I click on this and I press Ctrl S, so it saves it as a, and I have this. I'll just put it where I can get it quickly. save. Look in that save. So save. So I come back here. I could trace it back. I will go to link here. This link, in case you can't find it, go up here and you scroll down to link. So you got a link there. So you can relink. Locate your file and click on it. So it opens it up, and we have our file. So anything now, if we go back to Photoshop, I will make an edit on anything here. I will just press Ctrl S. It will automatically save it as in Illustrator. So you could also work in such way. So if you have images and you want to work with it in Illustrator, it could also be a very good use there. I could bring this to the front. I think I could also bring this to the front a bit in this case. Let's place that at the center, and it is shadow enough. In case it's not enough, go back there. And what do we do to make it want to do? You could duplicate it, Ctrl J to increase the intensity. So because you can't edit it or something like that, you could just duplicate it to have it more. I do not know if you can actually edit a layer that is being separated as an effect that is being separated as a layer. If you can and you know how to, please, you could also comment in the comment section or just leave a comment there, and I will check it out. So good. We have this, so we could save it. Ctrl S. I'll go back to Illustrator. It gives us a prompt, and we'll say yes, and then we will see the more intense the shadows. You could also draw a shadow in Illustrator, but because we just have the image there in Photoshop, I think it's much better we just do our edits there. So I have a prompt. I would just want to use this prompt. Most times I do not want things to be too shouty, so I could just have my text written right over here. Paste that. Ctrl A to copy or highlight all text. I'm using a font, my font, /Grotex, like my favorite font. I increase the size. I think it's too big. Because you refine your brand. This, and like that. And then we just place it right here. I think. Can we make this white? Would that be bright enough? I do not think so. Or I think we should make it the red that we do have in this case. So the mistake is, okay, not no mistake here. I just want to add this to the swatch panel. So I click on this and I click on this. I could give it a name if I want, so I just put it there and have everything added to the swatch panel. So I want the text to be red, and then yeah, so I think that is okay. We'll have our details placed over here, or have more purpose and quality, target audience. What sorry? YouTube. Just having text. I just generated some random text and want to use that for my stuff. So what you could actually use this technique to do is probably maybe if you have like images, you could just play with images and scatter images in different places and just have them written. So it also works most times. If you see some designers, they do this, apply this principle, or they apply those technique to their designs most times, and then it looks very nice though. So go to creative, web, emphasis, and what I mean, you can also apply it in your design is having to mix text. So you have images behind, you have images like behind, then all these boxes are just colored, are just like normal colors like this, and then you just have your text placed on those colors there instead of having to look for where you want to place your text in such cases. And I want to introduce a very sweet font called Beauty. That's the name of the font, but let me have the text here. So keywords will not transform your idea. I think this idea will look very beautiful with beauty. So let's paste this Let's make this big. Your ideas. Oh, sorry, that is it. So I will go for beauty and click on that, and I think I can make that bigger. Ideas like so. Place that in the center, bring it to here. You could also centralize it by using that line here, and I think the colors will be much better if it's this white. Let's change that to white. Good. Then we have just place the other text at the top. So we'll say transform your ideas, but it doesn't have to be like so. We'll say transform your ideas like that, or should we use our clash and use it the normal way? Increase that to decrease it. Good. Select the two and bring them top like that. Ideas into captivating something like that. I think this is a lot. So yeah, so I think for this case, we could also introduce more text in that part. Let me just look for random text and just see if I can introduce that. So this would suffice. Enter and enter, paste, and by there. Yeah, so I'm going to be using some random text to just place on top of it. I will be using font size 14 in this case. So just go pick random text and abstract text and then just paste it on that. Sorry. And then copy. Good. And paste. Just break it. So in case you also want to try this, you could also tell ChatGPT should do it maximum 8 lines or 8 words per line. That will also solve you this whole trying to edit stuff for you, like that. So Let's just make it 12. I think 12 is much better. Like this, I think black. Yep, something like this. Could place it over here. I think that white would be much better. Just have this right over there. No, I think we'll have something over there too, so there's no need for that one. Right over here too. We could introduce some blur, but the blur will be like 1. I think it's even too strong. Maybe 0.5. Maybe say 0.2. Is that visible? Okay, I think it is. We could also duplicate it, and yeah. Where should we place it? Where should we place it? Maybe something like here. Yeah, something like that. Then we could take out that. So I think it's spoiling my vibes. Make it extra thin, extra light. Yeah, so we have this, and then what I usually do most times is to share with you guys on social media the fonts I used, and then what's the name of the font or anything in case you want to get it. So I just type it in the type form and so let's type typeface. Yeah, so we have this, and let's just have our day. So I think this is 0015. I'm sorry, 015 instead. And we have that color here. We'll make it bold, and then use 18 for this case. Yep, like that. Yep, so this is we come to the end of this. If you want to could add other spices, you could like maybe just lubricate the clothes and maybe turn it a little bit, maybe rotate like that, maybe have one fly over. Maybe you want to also probably try something. Let me show you something like that. Select the two of them. You could group them, Ctrl G to group them. Come to here, come to blur, radar blur. I will give you a zoom and go out, and then let's see what we get. Yep, so we could have this in this case, and we could have other things like that. But I most times I don't like doing all this. It's too, for me, it's too generic, or it's too common for what I usually see most times. So you could also maybe try those ones too. It could also work for you. Or you could introduce a light and stuff like that. There are videos for how to create lights on my YouTube here, so you could check out those ones. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the very next tutorials. And more tutorials will be coming. Most of them will just be voiceovers with some speed arts on them. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.